Have you ever wondered why the Mexican economy has been on a boom recently? To understand this, we need to take a trip down memory lane. The Mexican peso, the currency that has been in circulation since the 15th century, has seen its fair share of highs and lows. Over the years, several significant devaluations have impacted the Mexican economy, leading to periods of instability and affecting the purchasing power of its citizens. Let's rewind to the mid-1980s, when the Mexican economy was hit by a severe debt crisis. This crisis led to an abrupt devaluation of the peso, sending shockwaves through the economy. Inflation soared, and the purchasing power of the average Mexican citizen plummeted. This crisis, known as the lost decade, saw the Mexican economy stagnate, and recovery was slow and painful. Fast forward to the mid-90s, and Mexico was once again in the grips of a currency crisis. The tequila crisis, as it was called, saw the peso lose nearly half of its value against the US dollar in a matter of months. This crisis was triggered by a combination of factors, including political instability and a sudden reversal of foreign investment. The effects were devastating. Inflation skyrocketed, real wages fell, and the Mexican economy was thrown into a severe recession. These historical devaluations of the peso have had significant impacts on the Mexican economy and the lives of its citizens. A weak peso means that imported goods become more expensive, eroding the purchasing power of the average citizen. It also means that foreign investors may be wary of investing in Mexico, leading to a slowdown in economic growth. However, it's important to note that a weak peso also has its advantages. It makes Mexican exports cheaper, potentially boosting the country's export industry. It can also attract tourists who find their dollars or euros go further in Mexico. But as history has shown, a weak peso has quite a detrimental effect on the Mexican economy. The balance is delicate, and managing a country's currency is a complex and challenging task. But as we'll see, Mexico has been able to turn the tide in recent years, leading to what's now known as the superpeso era. Fast forward to the present day, and we have what economists call the superpeso. This term signifies a sustained appreciation of the Mexican peso against the US dollar, a trend that has been prevalent in recent years. During the presidency of Andrés Manuel López Obrador, the exchange rate of the peso to the dollar decreased from around 20.23 pesos to levels below 17 pesos per dollar, a clear indication of a strong peso. But what has led to this rise of the superpeso? Well, it's not a simple answer. A host of factors have contributed to this trend, but a key player in this phenomenon has been the U.S. Federal Reserve's monetary policy and low interest rates. These have made Mexican assets more attractive to foreign investors, resulting in an inflow of investment into Mexico and thus strengthening the peso. This stronger peso has had a ripple effect on the Mexican economy, boosting exports, particularly in the manufacturing and automotive industry. The peso's strength has brought about a wave of economic stability, contrasting with the historical devaluations that resulted in economic instability and adversely affected citizens' purchasing power. But it's not just about numbers and policies. The image and actions of the president also play a crucial role in shaping the peso's trajectory. Investor confidence and foreign investment in Mexico can be greatly influenced by the president's policies and public persona. While the ascent of the superpeso has had its positive impacts, like any economic phenomenon, it is complex and interconnected with various other economic factors. Inflation, trade, employment, all these are intertwined in the rise of the superpeso. The superpeso phenomenon has certainly turned the tables for the Mexican economy. However, it's important to remember that this is not an isolated event, but rather a part of a larger economic narrative that continues to unfold. A strong peso, although a sign of a booming economy, does not come without its challenges. So let's delve into the various ways that the superpeso impacts different areas of the Mexican economy. First, let's look at the export sector. A stronger peso can be a mixed bag for exporters. On one hand, it can boost exports, particularly in manufacturing and the automotive industry, as we've seen in recent years. However, it can also make Mexican goods more expensive for foreign buyers, potentially reducing demand. Next, let's consider remittance recipients. These are individuals who receive money sent from family or friends working abroad. When the peso is strong, the value of these remittances can decrease, as each dollar or euro sent home converts into fewer pesos. This can affect the purchasing power of these individuals and their ability to contribute to the local economy. Tourism is another sector that can be affected by a strong peso. A higher exchange rate can make Mexico a more expensive destination for foreign tourists, which could potentially deter visitors and impact the tourism industry. Meanwhile, there are also positive aspects to consider. A strong peso can increase investor confidence, attracting more foreign investment to Mexico. It can also help keep inflation in check, as imports become cheaper, which can help keep the cost of living stable for Mexican citizens. Furthermore, a stronger peso can reduce the country's debt burden. If the government has borrowed in foreign currencies, a strong peso means it costs less to repay these debts, freeing up resources for other uses. However, it's important to remember that these effects can vary depending on a range of factors, including global economic conditions and the policies of the Mexican government. Clearly, the impact of the superpeso is a double-edged sword. While it can bring benefits, it also presents challenges that need to be carefully managed to ensure the overall health and stability of the Mexican economy. Gold, a safe haven asset during economic uncertainty, plays a crucial role in the Mexican economy. Historically, the lustrous allure of this precious metal has provided security, offering a stark contrast to the uncertainty that comes with owning certificates in distant locations. In Mexico, the story of gold is a tale of trust and strategy. The country holds a staggering 120 tons of gold reserves. But here's the catch: they're not in Mexico. These reserves are kept in the vaults of the Bank of England in London, a decision rooted in historical trust in the bank's stability and its strategic location for gold transactions. This choice might raise an eyebrow or two. After all, more than 99% of Mexico's gold reserves are held abroad. This fact sparks questions about the nation's sovereignty over its reserves. One might wonder, wouldn't keeping a significant portion of these gold reserves on Mexican soil enhance both domestic and international confidence in the country's economy? Well, it's a complex issue. Gold reserves, much like the appreciation of the peso, are interconnected with various economic factors. They are not just shiny baubles in a vault, but represent an integral part of Mexico's economic health, influencing investor confidence and foreign investment. Transparency in managing these gold reserves is essential. It's not just about where the gold is kept, but about how it's managed. This transparency ensures the safety of the reserves and protects Mexico's economic independence. The role of gold in the Mexican economy is multifaceted. It's a symbol of economic resilience, a source of security during uncertain times, and a beacon of national sovereignty. The decisions surrounding gold reserves reflect the country's strategic economic planning and its commitment to maintaining a stable and robust economy. So, while the gold may physically reside across the Atlantic, its influence is strongly felt in Mexico. The gleam of these reserves shines brightly on the Mexican economy, offering a sense of security and stability amidst the ever-changing global economic landscape. Mexico's gold reserves are a testament to its economic resilience. With its economy on an upward trajectory, what does the future hold for Mexico? The answer lies in the nation's strategic moves that showcase its determination and commitment to a self-sufficient and sustainable future. One such initiative is the revitalization of the Tula Hidalgo coking plant. This isn't just a mere construction project, it's a transformation towards energy self-sufficiency. This plant plays a vital role in maximizing resource utilization, reducing external dependencies, and boosting the national economy. The process within these plants, known as craqueo térmico, or thermal cracking, transforms hydrocarbon residues into valuable products like coke and lighter derivatives, optimizing refinery efficiency. This aligns with Mexico's sustainability goals, reducing environmental impact and carbon footprint, and symbolizing Mexico's determination for a more sustainable energy future. Another significant development is the construction of the Coatzacoalcos submerged tunnel, the longest in Mexico and the first in the Americas. This megaproject is an embodiment of Mexico's engineering prowess, reflecting its ability to turn bold visions into reality. Built using the immersion tunnel method, which prefabricates sections in a dry dock, the process accelerates construction while minimizing environmental impact. This tunnel offers efficient and time-saving connectivity, further strengthening Mexico's infrastructure and boosting its economic prospects. These initiatives reflect a broader strategy. By focusing on resource optimization and environmental sustainability, Mexico is positioning itself as a leading player in the global economy. The country's focus on self-sufficiency and reducing external dependencies speaks volumes about its economic resilience and foresight. Moreover, the nation's commitment to transparency, as seen in its approach to managing gold reserves, is a testament to its dedication to economic independence. These concerted efforts to bolster investor confidence, both domestically and internationally, are likely to pay dividends in the form of sustained economic growth and stability. With such promising developments, the future of the Mexican economy indeed looks bright.